Chainsaw. Already. Too much. Take it all back. Back at you. I don't want to just give you change. I want you to have the whole entire thing right back at you. That was plenty. I didn't need it, but thanks so much. Speaking of change, I was on my way home from work yesterday. I stopped at the store because I was out of gin, and I stopped, and I was a penny short and at the register, and they have that little bowl at the register where it's a take a penny, leave a penny type of thing, which is handy. Because, you know, when you need on Rodeo Drive, they have that, like, just bowls of $20 bills. Just the rich people just leave a 20, whatever. I don't ever use the penny thing. I think it's handy, and it's nice that they offer that, but it's just a bowl full of germs, in my opinion. It's just, they may as well call it take a flu, leave a flu. That's what, because, and the pennies, you know, I don't ever think to save them. I never think to keep them. I always leave them, and also, if I'm, like, just going through my change and one drops on the street, I never pick it up. I just think, oh, it's a penny, and I don't really care. But they add up, the pennies. I don't know if you heard about this. I read in the paper, well, someone was reading it to me, that there was a story. This guy in Ohio, did you hear? He took his pennies to the store, and he had saved for 34 years. He had $11,000 in pennies. Over 1 million pennies this guy had. He just kept putting them in a jar over the years. And I don't keep pennies for sure. I don't keep, but even change. The only time I have change is in my car for parking meters, or sometimes just to help me get out of a ticket. You know, just, you know, here's my driver's license officer, and oh, what's this? 75 cents. The guy had to take the pennies. This is how much people hate pennies. He had to take them to the Coinstar machine at the grocery store because the bank won't take change anymore and give you dollars. They used to. I remember there was a time you'd go to the bank, they had a big machine, and they'd sort it out and roll it up for you and tally it up, and you'd have a cigarette while you waited. And they used to have ashtrays at every window, at the teller windows. And now you can't walk in there with your change, and an alarm will go off if you bring change into a bank. They don't want it. And they're trying to get rid of pennies. Have you read that? And by they, I mean, I think Penny Marshall. And, and her brother, Gary's probably in on it too. But I thought at first, that's good. Who needs pennies? That's good to get rid of the pennies. But then I thought, wait a minute. I mean, what's next? Then the nickel, and then what? The dime, which I think is underrated. I love the dime. It's very cute. It's tiny and not noisy in the dryer. And that's worth holding on to. Maybe we should think this thing through, because if we get rid of the penny, what happens to the 99-cent stores? That you can't possibly have those. And we'd have to get rid of some of our sayings, like a penny for your thoughts, and because then it would be like a nickel for your thoughts, and who wants to hear that much of anybody's thoughts, you know? Why are people so afraid of change? Change is good. I welcome it. Tony, do you have any 50 cent? realize that people are making themselves at home here. People are just taking their shoes off. It's easier to dance. I don't know, you know you're coming to dance, and yet you wear shoes, and then you took them off. Yeah. All right, just hold on to them. Keep them near you. All right. Hey, a penny for your thoughts, Tony.
It's a great show today.
Yeah, it is a great show.
I'm really excited.
You can't beat Susan Sarandon. You can't. She's in the movie Exonerated. It's on the Court TV movie channel, and I'll tell you what, she's an Academy Award winner. And she's Bull Durham. What a great movie that was. Dead Man Walking, Thelma and Louise, one of my favorite movies. One of my top 10. And also on the show, Enrique Murciano from Without a Trace. He plays... I'm bad with the accents. It's not Enrique, it's Enrique. And I should know that. But it's spelled Enrique. But then he does a fancy thing on the end. My name is Elan. He plays an FBI agent. He's tough and he's fair. I'll tell you that. And handsome guy. Very handsome guy. He's on the show. Also, Wycliffe Jean is on the show. What a talented guy this guy is. You probably know him from the Fugees. He used to be in the Fugees. He's collaborated with everyone from Whitney Houston to Michael Jackson to Missy Elliott. And today he's performing with the African Children's Choir. They have the soundtrack, Hotel Rwanda. I don't know if you've seen the movie. The movie's brilliant and the soundtrack is amazing. These kids singing with him today are all between the ages of 8 and 11. The most amazing voices. Many of them happen to be orphans from Africa. And they are absolutely brilliant. Absolutely, it will blow your minds. And I'll tell you, we have this new clip of the day thing that yesterday I showed you during rehearsal. I just kind of wander around. I don't really do what I'm going to do for the show, but just to kind of block things out. And Brian, my favorite cameraman, tell your attorney that. And I kind of backed him into a wall, and he fell down. And so we decided to show you clips of all kinds of things that happen here and anywhere, really. We're going to call it Looky Lou Clip of the Day. So today's clip is from yesterday's show with Evangeline Lilly from Lost. And what happened was she's been in a lot of car accidents. So we thought we'll give her a little driver's test. And she failed miserably. Take a look at this. That's not... Oh, We're thinking about presenting her with the bill of the day is what we're thinking about doing. I'll tell you, and everybody loves that car. We drive that car around the lot all the time. So California Roadsters is who gave us the car. Sorry, very sorry. She did damage to our wall, to the car, and she's not the only one. I mean, everybody's, for some reason, damaged that, but she's done the worst. But luckily, our luxury box has survived just fine. Today, we have Vicki and Tom from Intercontinental Hotels Group in our luxury box today. Hello, Vicki. How are you? Nice to meet you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having us. We're excited to be here.
Y'all were boogieing down. I was watching.
I know. We were out there.
Yeah.
Well, you set a fine example for all of us.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay,
what can I do you for?
Well, we're excited to be here. We actually have been following your Tsunami Relief Fund efforts. We have lots and lots of hotels around the world. We even have some hotels actually in the areas that were hit by the tsunami. So we've been paying probably a little more attention than maybe some folks have. But we've really been impressed with what you are doing personally and your commitment. And we wanted to make a special gift to your Ellen's Tsunami Relief Fund in the amount of $150,000. And we want to be a part of that.
Thank you very much. Thank you for choosing us to work with you on that.
We're excited about it. And actually, we have one more thing.
What's that?
Well, we have a little goodie bag for the audience, and in that goodie bag, there's a bunch of really cool stuff, but there's also a certificate in there so that everybody gets to spend a night at one of our Holiday Inn hotels.
Wow, that's great. Thank you very much. Thank you, Tom. Thank you so much. I've never owned a purse before. This was the purse, and I guess I should have dry cleaned it. I put it in the washer and dryer, and I thought, that's sad. Who knew? I knew at least to separate that from the light colors. I didn't put it in with my good china. All right, so hey, what happens if we add this generous donation, $150,000, thank you so much, to the rest? What is our grand total so far, please? $23,020. Thanks so much. That's great. Thanks to everybody who contributed. Let's keep it going. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Y'all are the best audience anywhere, anytime, and I hear it from everybody all the time. And you're a big part of the show, you know that. I'll tell you, and that's why she had her shoes off, because everybody's dancing like crazy out here before the show starts. During commercials, everybody's dancing, and we show audience dancing sometimes, you know that. And we noticed that a lot of people don't just dance, they sing along. And with American Idol 4, starting last night, and I love me some American Idol, I'll tell you that. We thought maybe we might find some hopefuls in our audience. Take a look. Just as long as it's proven. He does love music. Any kind of music. Oh, he loves music. All right, now she's learned some of the words. She's mad at herself for not knowing more than 3. All right, she just keeps saying Belle, and once in a while, Belle. And she stumbles upon it. Belle? No? All right. She's doing the Macarena to this song. It's a whole new kind of... She comes to rehearse her one-woman show, I believe, that... What? 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 Oh, man. Don't go away. When we come back, Susan Sarandon's going to be sitting right there. We'll be right back. Our first guest is an Academy Award-winning actress whose new film, The Exonerated, airs on Court TV January 27th. Please welcome back Susan Sarandon.
Because after you win the Academy Award, everyone says Academy Award winner, but they never say Academy Award loser all the time you're nominated.
No.
Like 4-time Academy Award loser, 1-time winner.
I'll do it if you want.
Okay,
from
should
now
we try
on.
it again?
Yeah. Oh. How many times have you lost?
4.
Okay. Our first guest is an Academy Award-winning actress. She's actually lost 4 times, and her new film, The Exonerated, airs on Court TV January 27th.
Okay.
Yeah, I should point out all the, all the failures as well.
Kind of evens it out.
Yeah. You don't care. Being nominated is a huge thing.
It is a huge thing.
Yeah.
I haven't been nominated for a long time. I'm getting kind of cranky.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, what do you really have you felt like when you lose? Because we've talked about this before. You have to have that pretend like, oh, the other person won. But do you actually feel? Because that is that face. You know the camera's on you.
Yeah, but you know, it's kind of scary to get up there too.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, you're kind of like, oh my God, my kids thought I was going to faint. You know, you kind of think, oh, I'm going to forget to thank someone. It's almost anticlimactic. Towards the end of the show, you've been sitting there for 4 hours. You can't even remember why you're there.
Yeah.
Your blood sugar's so low. It's been hours, and you can't drink because you might have to say something. And then all of a sudden, the first time I was nominated, Richard Gere was my date for Atlantic City. And all of a sudden, he started talking to me. And I thought, why is he talking to me all of a sudden? And that's when I heard somewhere that he was trying to relieve the tension because they were about to announce the winner.
Right.
I guess he thought he would distract me from it or something.
That's not the time to talk to somebody when your category's announced.
No, yeah.
Anyway, when I was a child, the Golden Globes is a whole different kind of thing.
They're looser. They're much looser.
Much more casual.
Yeah. And you're at a table and you can eat, drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, people start
So it's
drinking from the
looser.
moment they get in.
Yeah. There's lots of lap dancing going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There really is.
Yeah.
People go from table to table.
Yeah.
It's a wild event.
Lots of polishing of bald-headed men's
Yeah.
heads and things.
Now I have no idea what you're talking about.
well.
Now you've crossed a line and I don't know where you went. And by the way, you look great.
Thank you.
You really look
Thank
great.
you.
Now, because I was talking about this with my producers this morning, and I said, she just looks so good. You always look great. And
I have a team of experts that work for about 2 hours before I come out here.
that's not true.
It
You
is.
hardly
They're
have
out
any
there.
makeup on. I'm looking at you right now. But so what's deep facials? They said you get deep facials.
I have a gal named Tracy Martin who does these deep facials when I can get in. I couldn't get in before
What does
I
that
came
mean,
here.
deep facials?
She electrocutes you to kind of get things going.
Oh.
No, she does a kind of massage thing that I don't know. I'm afraid to ask, but I'm afraid of plastic surgery. You know, I just can't quite go there because I don't know. It's somewhere between like a burn victim and a female impersonator look when you're finished a lot of times.
Right.
It scares me,
Yeah.
that look.
That shocked look all the time?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm not... And kind of an Asian thing starts to happen.
Right.
But I'm not saying I'll never do anything because I never say never to anything. Who knows? But right now I'm just a little frightened of it. So don't smoke. You know, I work out.
Now, so you haven't even seen, because you're in this Revlon ad, which is beautiful. Have you seen it yet?
I saw the commercial, but not the print because
I have the print
my
ad for
sister's-
you. You look so good in this. Where do I hold it? Here? So you have to
Oh, I
look at it
haven't
this
seen
way.
it. Where?
That's not her. Look
Oh,
at
there
that.
I am.
Halle Berry.
Yeah.
I was in this also. I don't know. We didn't see each other that day.
None of us saw each
no,
other that day. This was all done individually.
It's there.
That's quite a chest
Yeah,
shot,
thanks
too.
a lot.
That's very risque.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah,
Ooh.
But
Very
that's a big
nice.
deal. I mean, that's exciting.
You know, it's great because usually, way before my age, they're firing people at these cosmetics, you know, the women that are the spokespeople, whatever. So they had actually asked me a number of years ago, and I said no, but now it became such a big thing that I thought now it actually is kind of interesting because I'm so old that they never hire people at that point, and so they're kind of saying that, you know, women my age, older, a little bit, whatever, we're not completely disregarded in the beauty department. I think that's kind of nice of them.
Well, I think and that's why I love the Dove commercial, the Dove soap commercial about all women don't look alike. And I think that it's important for makeup companies to say, not everybody is 15 years old. I mean, and they're, you know, they don't need makeup. They're 15.
Really. Yeah.
They always show, like, the most gorgeous, beautiful, perfect faces and to sell makeup. It's like, they don't need makeup, you know?
Watch those faces.
Right.
I did a girdle commercial once when I was about 20 and weighed, I don't know, 98 pounds. I mean, what were they thinking?
That's wrong. What
Yeah.
were you thinking?
I needed the money.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Hey, speaking of the Revlon, we're giving everybody Revlon makeup in the audience today. All right.
The guys, too?
Yeah, all the guys. exactly the guys. We have to take a break. We'll be right back with Susan Sarandon. We're back with Susan Sarandon, and that's a clip from The Exonerated. And it looks really intense. These are, well, you
It's the true story of 6 people. It's their words. Everything in it are things that they really said, who were wrongly put on death row for quite a number of years. Each person's case is very different. And I play a woman named Sunny who not only was she put on death row, but her husband was put on death row, and he was executed before they found out that they were innocent, and in a very brutal fashion. And what's amazing about it, I mean, really what it does is it shows you the faults in death row and how it operates, but it's also the story of this enormous strength that people have. I mean, she decided that she, even in this situation, was not going to let her incarceration unjustly kill her, and so just mentally, just through her own strength, managed to find a way to go towards the light, and now is out and teaches yoga in prison, is just a remarkable, remarkable woman. And when you hear her words, it's just very inspiring, because, you know, even going through a bad divorce, you can turn out to be bitter and revengeful and everything else. And these people, she was on death row for 17 years. She didn't see her kids grow up. So anyway, that's Thursday the 27th, I think.
well, it looks great. Hey, so you were talking about earlier that I guess you're not ashamed to say you're 58. That's you just turned 58.
I think I couldn't hide it if I wanted to.
So. And you learned something. You decided to do something exciting.
Yes. Well, yeah, I thought I should learn to belly dance, and for my birthday. And so my girlfriends, we hired someone to come, and we got the veils and the rings, and we went through. We had about 4 classes before I threw my back out. I was trying so hard.
Threw your back out?
I threw my back out.
Isn't it a slow thing? How would you throw your back out?
You really have to do it. You know, I was doing there all different points to hit and everything.
Like
so
what?
now I'm gonna
show me.
switch to. Well, I don't do it.
Well, some.
But now when I want to learn African dance or hip hop or something, it's my next. I'm switching to that because it's easier. You don't have to dress for that.
I'll tell you who should teach you. That guy. He should come down here and teach you a dance. He should teach you.
We should teach you too, though.
I know. We should. All right. On the hit CBS drama Without a Trace. Let's take a look. Please welcome Enrique Murciano. Some water, yeah.
The water's free around here.
Yeah.
I love that.
That was, you need a lot of room on a dance floor if that's how you normally dance.
That is how I normally dance.
Wow, you just dip down and touch the floor.
Yeah, I call that the double Dutch dip.
Yeah. You've named it. Is that your own?
I've patented.
Mm-hmm. Good shoes.
Thank you.
Cute socks. Look at that. That's when you know, when you put the attention into the detail and the socks. Anybody can put on a pair of. Look at me, just black socks. Boring.
No,
That's good.
no.
That means you're a player.
I am a player.
Yeah.
What's that saying? Don't hate the player, hate the game.
I think that's what they say.
I think that's what they say
I don't know
too.
who says it, but I've heard it on.
Well, has anyone here heard it?
Yeah.
Don't hate the player. No, I'm sorry.
I say hate the hater is what I say. Because we don't need no haters.
No haters.
No. You're very handsome, by the way.
Thank you.
In case you have not been told. And
No, keep going, keep going. Thank you.
And also, I don't remember. I know we've met before, but I don't really. We didn't have a conversation.
You don't remember, do you?
I kind of do.
I don't remember.
I know.
I'll tell you what happened.
Okay.
I've been told through a third party that you were serving drinks at a Golden Globes party,
Last year.
bartending, and I was purchasing. No clue it was you. I'd had about, I don't drink a lot, but I think I was on my 7th or 8th drink that night. And I think I actually even tried to tip you. I was like, hey, here's 5 for you.
Yeah, that's right. Oh,
Strongest-
now I remember because it was a small tip. But anyway, so that's where we met. Well, all right. So,
And now we meet again.
Well, and I also didn't remember it. I'm glad you didn't, because I feel really bad when people say we've met and I don't remember, but I usually don't. I have a
Well,
bad
you don't
memory.
remember because I'm sure you served hundreds of people
lot
that
of
night.
people,
Yeah.
right.
Me, I don't remember because
Yeah. I
7th
probably should have remembered because...
margarita that night.
Well, yeah, if you don't drink a lot, you don't make up for lost time drinking 7. That's stupid. That's just... You're supposed to drink a tiny, tiny bit.
I never said I was smart, Ellen.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Just,
All right. So, all right, and I'm sorry I screwed up your name too. It's Enrique. I have a hard time with that, and it's.
I have a hard time with Elan.
Yeah, well, I know it's very sophisticated.
Is it French?
Degeneres is degenerate. It's supposed to be, which is how I pronounce it when I shop.
Degenerate. I like that.
Yeah.
I do.
So you're from Miami.
Yes.
Born and raised.
Born in Miami, raised in Miami, raised in a lot of places actually, but yeah.
Yeah, and
Miami's
you're first.
home.
Everybody okay?
Easy. Easy.
And what was your first? Did you start acting in Miami? What was your first acting job?
Well, my first acting job, I did these. No, I'm gonna come clean now because everyone always likes to say like, I met Steven Spielberg at a mall and he hired me immediately. That's not what happened with me. I was 8 years old. I come from a big Cuban family. My mom has 9 sisters, so we used to do these family productions of plays, you know. And I think it was Christmas 1978. I was Danny Zuko in the first ever Cuban production of Grease.
Oh.
Yeah. It was called Vaselina.
I don't know why it hasn't been done.
Yeah, no, I'm currently in the process of putting it together for this stage. No, but you know, Vaselina. I was Danny. My mom's littlest sister, Annie, she was Sandy. You know, some of the scenes went like this. I'm like, Danny, Sandy, Danny, Sandy. Ese es mi nombre. No lo gastes. Thanks for laughing. Do you? No, but, it was that kind of thing. So that was my first gig. And then my second gig was, actually, my second gig, there's a lot of ambiguity as to what my second gig was. Last year, I did this interview, and I said that I was like the 6th member of Menudo, but I was kidding around. It was a joke. I was talking to this journalist, and she's like, what was your first job? I was like, 6th member of Menudo. She took it seriously. She's like, so, how was Ricky Martin? I'm like, and I fed into it. I was like, well, his real name's not Ricky Martin. It's Enrique Martinez. That's the first thing. And I got into this whole thing where 2 weeks later, it's on the internet. There's actual pictures of me in like Menudo and me in the gang, like the Puerto Rican tour of 1984.
Yeah, there you are.
No! That's not real.
Yeah.
That is not real.
Yes, it is.
That is not.
There you are. We have to take a break. And don't ever lie to us again. We'll be right back right after this. We're back with Enrique Murciano from Without a Trace. All right, so I know you're very into Cuban music. You play a lot of instruments. And now this is a ukulele, I assume. I don't know, really. This looks like a child's instrument, but this is actually a grown-up thing? Or do I have a toy? That looks like a better one.
It's a child's instrument.
All right, but is that you? That's yours?
This is me. I brought this myself. This is my own personal gun.
Okay.
Actually, my brother-in-law gave this to me for
beautiful.
Christmas.
That's beautiful. All right, and we're going to play. You're going to play, because
Well,
I
I have
don't
to
play.
warn you guys. I've been playing for like 25 minutes. Literally.
That's not true. You don't own a ukulele if you don't
29
play.
minutes.
All right.
We're going to do a little lesson here.
All right.
For those of you at home, put this finger on the 3rd fret. Ready, Ellen?
Yes.
And start thinking of things that rhyme with Ellen. For me, help me out. Are you ready?
Yeah, go.
Just start strumming. Actually, you could do the Country Bear Jamboree Disney thing and just go.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's do that. You doing it? Ready? You ready?
It's getting faster.
It's getting faster, it's getting warmer, I'm getting hot. When I was a child, I entered a spelling bee, 'cause I was good at spelling. Hold on, spelling. The only problem was when they asked me to spell love, I spelled E-L-L-E-L-N. I used to be a felon before I met Ellen, and now my whole life is heaven. 31 days.
That's sweet.
Want to keep going?
Is that
My favorite show was Dallas. My favorite character was Sue Ellen. She was sexy, but nothing compared to Ellen.
all right,